yes guys, it's Nitty Last and welcome. In this video what we're going to be talking about is what I think is going to be a rivalry for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, more so than Battlefield 1. As you're seeing on your screen at the moment, this is the Infinity Warfare trailer that we've got at the moment. We have got no multiplayer gameplay and we're not going to be seeing any until September the 2nd, till the Call of Duty XP event, as we already know. So all we know is basically on what these other particular games are going to be bringing us, because Activision have decided that the best way for them to be bringing Infinity Warfare is to keep everyone in the dark. Now that's some crazy ass strategy for me personally. I don't agree with it. I just said that in a previous video. But what we are going to be talking about is one, there we go, Battlefield 1 coming up on your screen now. Obviously with Battlefield 1, a lot of people are saying that this is the COD killer, yada yada da. Personally, like I've said a million times before, they're two completely different games. And I'm glad to see a lot of bigger YouTubers are jumping on that and saying that they're just worlds apart in multiplayer gameplay. They really, really are. They're not even close. They are FPS games and that is about it. I mean, Call of Duty is as arcade as you can get, and obviously we've got a bit of a war simulator going on with Battlefield 1. But don't get me wrong, Battlefield 1 looks absolutely stunning. The way that it's working with the vehicles and everything else like that. It's going to play kind of like Battlefield 4 and the previous ones, I would imagine. But it does look absolutely spectacular, and I'm sure DICE have done another amazing, amazing job with this particular game. But coming up on your screen now is what I personally think is a lot more closer rivalry to Infinity Warfare this year, and that is Titanfall 2. Now, this is the official multiplayer gameplay trailer that they have just released. Now, when I first watched this, I've got to say to you guys, I thought, wow, it looks absolutely brilliant. Now, I know a lot of people like boots on the ground. Now, personally, with Call of Duty, I like to see boots back on the ground. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the exosuits, okay? I don't mind the what they are in Black Ops 3. They are getting a little bit too much because with Call of Duty, you associate it with boots on the ground. You know, it just takes that Call of Duty feel away. I've been enjoying going back and playing the older style games. And with that in regards, you know, it just doesn't feel quite right. I feel like they're stepping too much away from Call of Duty. And, you know, they're just trying to change it into something that it really should not be. So, in regards to that, I mean, after Infinity Warfare, it's pretty much going to be boots on the ground from there on out. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Activision have pretty much got on board about what people actually want, and that's the way it should be. So, with this year in mind, so we're going to have 2016, we got Titanfall 2. Now, they're both these games got, you know, boosting, wall running and things like that. But with Titanfall, personally, that game works really, really well. Now, you don't go and play Titanfall to play boots on the ground. If you don't mind the boosting, the wall running and things like that, and you like jumping in those badass Titans, I mean, for me, it's great fun. It really, really is. Now, as we know with the first one, it died a bit of a death. It didn't really have a lot in depth. It didn't have a campaign. It didn't really have anything, you know. And it didn't quite work out. But bearing in mind that these are the guys that brought us Modern Warfare 2. I mean, they've jumped away from Call of Duty. They worked on Titanfall. It didn't quite work out. Now, don't get me wrong, that some of them actually left, went back to Infinity Ward to work on Infinity Warfare. But they left that particular game, went back to Respawn to work back on this game. Now, that says a lot about Infinity Warfare. It really, really does. That these top executives have left this big-ass job and thought, fuck this shit. I don't want to work on this game. I don't want my name to be on this game. So they've gone back to Respawn to work on Titanfall 2. So for me, that says a lot about how well this game could be compared to Infinity Warfare. I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see, because one thing that they have said in Titanfall 2, that they pretty much listened to the community, and what they're going to do is they got a lot more in depth, and they're going to have a variety of new Titans. I absolutely love the Titans. I'm glad they're going to have lots of different ones, and they have all their own unique abilities, so you'll be able to choose different ones that will be able to do different things, which is absolutely fantastic. They have a deeper set of pilot abilities. Not too sure if they're going to be going down a specialist route, you know, kind of like Black Ops 3. I don't think it's going to be quite full on like that, but it's going to be interesting to see how they work out. But the big thing for me personally that really killed off Titanfall was the lack of weapons, and they said that they've expanded the arsenal of weapons, and basically you're going to have more customizable options. So we're going to have a better creator class, I'd imagine, a lot more weapons to be able to use, which is absolutely fantastic, because Titanfall really, really did lack in that personal department. Also, that they said they are going to be implementing in a robust progressional system as well. So kind of like Prestige and things like that, these guys have come up with a whole system to try and keep people entertained, playing online all the time and just being interested in Titanfall 2 and hoping that it's not going to die off like the first one. So this, for me, is fantastic news. I mean, I love the way this looks, and like I say, you don't play Titanfall to worry about boots on the ground. With Call of Duty, you do. Everyone wants that old Call of Duty feel, so I'm glad to see seeing that. Hopefully in the future it's going to be going back, but this game could be a very, very big rival for Infinity Warfare this particular year, because for me, when I play this game, you want it to be running around. You want it to be feeling the way that this particular game does, like in Titanfall, because it works, and it works really, really well. They just didn't have the depth in the game to keep it alive. But this year, I got a feeling that they've up their game. They realise what they're doing wrong, because like I say, these guys made Modern Warfare 2 and that is still played now. People still say that's probably one of their most favourite Call of Duties in the over time. So it's going to be interesting to see, but this for me is the new big rival for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So leave it in the comment section below about whether you're actually excited for Titanfall 2 or not. It's going to be interesting to see, because this comes out about a week before Infinity Warfare, so could this pinch some of the sales? Personally, I do believe that Call of Duty is always going to sell more than the other ones. He always seemed to get away with it. He always seemed to pull it out the bag, no matter what particular game comes along and tries to dethrone him. But this one does look like it could be a very, very big rival for Infinity Warfare, because they're still sticking with the boost in the wall running and things like that. But leave it in the comment section below exactly what you're thinking about this. It'll be very, very interesting to see. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that, and guys, drop a like on this video and support me. It'd be absolutely amazing. This is Nearly Last, and I'll catch you later.